The reason I would like to discuss today is because the two Chinese British in UK actually got killed in 2014 and 2013. Even though actually the immigration policy in UK is fairly simple. You know what I'm able to say is uh, a customer uh, a ticket checker actually need you to doesn't need you to uh, doesn't need you to have a graduate or PhD level degree. They actually don't need. But the thing is, I cannot adapt to the new environment. Is because this country, the system is different. It's completely different. It's a democratic country, and every single day those politicians in the parliament, they are wasting their time to debate this kind of silly discussion uh, regarding global policy, finance, economic crisis, and asylum or immigration stuff, this kind of things. And another thing is, in this country, those so-called PhD or doctor actually didn't create useful things. They actually didn't create too much useful resources. They think they have they are. I actually came across and meet a PhD student, an Englishman, a typical English, white English. I'm not a racist, but the thing is, they definitely think they are the superior to other peoples, just like those dean in Georgia Tech. She was hired by Georgia Tech, but she has very rubbish attitude, just like those some English men in UK who I met. They have very nasty attitude. They think they are the best, but actually they are not. In Google is widely used everywhere outside. Even in mainland China, you can use VPN to use Google and read some Washington Post or watch YouTube or Voice of America to improvement a little bit. So actually, it's very simple. The thing is, I would like to, at my age, 32 or 33, I just would like to die in my home country. It's a very simple thing. Even though this government provide me a room, heater, food, everything, but the thing is, I just don't want. I just don't want. I want to peacefully die in my home country. Life is a random process. You cannot expect and predict what will happen tomorrow. Actually, uh, actually, uh, actually, I know. I studied and I graduate, self-study, and everything I learned is based on my personal self. And another thing I realize at the moment, you see how those rich people become rich. It's not because they are more intelligent than you. It's only because they inherited some wealth from their parents generation of yes, ancestors generation. That's one thing. Another thing is, for example, Bill Gates created much wealth, just like what Xiaomi CEO Lei Jun has done. Lei Jun earned much wealth, and my former boss in my home country earned quite a bunch of wealth based on their uh, you know internet service. And he actually was quite easy to live on his life. He came, of course he is an entrepreneur, and during his beginning of his career, it could be quite tough. Just for me, I also work quite a bunch of skills. I learned and graduate because I'm IT. Everybody knows this kind of things. So So during I was working and employed in that company, the life was quite simple. The life for him is quite simple, but for me it's tough because I have to masturbate this kind of skills and utilize this kind of skills do this to do this kind of jobs. But after that, I just want to get rid of this kind of things because I think that I think technology is useless. Technology is useless. People you create money to get more benefits. In this if you are working in CICC, employed by CICC, I don't care about CICC. CICC is a big title, but the thing is, in this era, there are only two things. One thing is boss. Another thing is employee. You got a silly jobs and then you just work and pay the pension, and then after the retired age you got pension. That's what life it is. But even the thing is, the bad thing in UK is you have to get pension after 65 years old, which is too high for me. I cannot expect I will die before 65.